Hello all, and welcome back to a Breath of Death, but hello, Disaster, what is up with you? What the fuck? Okay.
Jeez, Banana, shut your friggin' gob, okay?
Okay, so I guess we're doing this now. But why did I look depressed? So I looked, my model probably looked depressed because I was getting real pissed off at my computer for not opening the fucking game. I was getting real sick and tired of that bullshit. So yeah. Devil Brigand approaches, mutant approaches. Arr. Targets all enemies. Hello, Noah, what is up with you, dude? Forgot how we did this. Okay, so we did this, and then we did this. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points for the mutant. Alita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points for the Devil Brigand. 234 points for the mutant. The mutants. 234 damage points to the mutant. Devil Forms Melee Strike 2 hits, 412 damage points to the mutant. Devil Brigand attacks 1 hit, 67 damage points for Eric. The Devil Brigand attacks 1 hit, 67 damage points for Eric. The Devil Brigand attacks 1 hit, 74 damage points for them. Eric Forms Smash 1 hit, 859 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110%. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 570 damage points to the Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Alita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points to the Devil Brigand. Devil Force Melee Strike 2 hits of 440 damage points to the Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Devil Brigand steals MP. Dev loses MP, no! Eric attacks 2 hits, or 1 hit, 273 damage points to the Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies regain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,966 XP and 3,054 gold. So dark in here, I hope we don't get eaten by a Gru. Whatever the fuck a Gru is. I'm gonna have some more coffee. Also, sorry if, like, the whole Minnesotan accent thing doesn't really happen during, like, the reading on the fights, because I can't do both. I can't do both. Damn, is me for real. So, yeah, so I'm gonna extend the accent time by, like, 10 minutes. Because I don't think it's, like, fair if, like, you paid for the thing, right? And then it doesn't really happen just because of what we're doing. So I'm gonna extend it to to 10 minutes instead of 5. Or is it supposed to be 10 minutes? I think it's supposed to be 5 minutes. Well, I just think it's fair. You paid for a service. You paid for a service. I am supposed to provide the service, even if it's not, like, with real money. It's still, like, with something that you have to sit here and you have to earn. Like, you are spending your life. Like, these points, like, kind of represent the time you sat in my chat pissing your life away. You know? So it's like, these are points that you've acquired pissing your life away. So I feel like, you know, they're worth something. But anyway, time to fight more bullshit. Toddler gun approaches. Wonderful. No, we're gonna do that. I like sitting here pissing my life away with you. It brightens up my day. I'm a fun person. Please contact the fun police and tell them that I'm apparently no longer on the force. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points for the toddler gun. Lead attacks 2 hits, 254 damage points to Toddler Gun. The Toddler Gun is defeated. Dumb Forms Multi Strike 2 hits, so 400 home damage points to Toddler Gun. The Toddler Gun attacks for 1 hit, 88 damage points for Eric. Toddler Gun attacks for 1 hit, 104 damage points for Sarah. Toddler Gun attacks for 1 hit, 88 damage points for Eric. Eric performs Smash, 1 hit, 859 damage points to Toddler Gun. The Toddler Gun is defeated. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points to Toddler Gun. The Toddler Gun is defeated. Lead attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to Toddler Gun. Dumb Forms Multi Strike 2 hits, 412 damage points to Toddler Gun. The Toddler Gun is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies regain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,540 XP and 2,400 gold. Here we go. Okay. Devil Rand approaches, Mutant approaches. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points for the Mutant. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points for the Devil Brigand. 234 damage points to the Mutant. The Mutant is defeated. Okay, Dumb Forms Multi Strike 2 hits, 412 damage points for the Mutant. Devil Brigand attacks with 1 hit, 74 damage points to them. Devil Brigand attacks with 1 hit, 81 damage points for Lita. Eric performs Smash, 1 hit, 859 damage points to the Mutant. The Mutant is defeated. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. So really, Sarah and Dem don't have to attack together anymore, which is kind of cool. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 570 damage points to Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Lead attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points to Devil Brigand. Dem Forms Multi Strike 2 hits, 440 damage points to Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies regain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,575 XP and 2,444 gold. Yay! I just want the Swamp Dragon to return. It's not the Swamp Dragon. I think it's like the Goo Dragon or whatever. And it's like, fucking A, can you reappear? You give so much XP. Devil Brigand approaches, Mutant approaches. So if I go... Let me think about this. Not bad. Sarah attacks 3 hits of 528 damage points for the Mutant. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points to the Devil Brigand, 334 damage points to the Mutant. The Mutant is defeated. Dem Forms Multi Strike 2 hits of 412 damage points for the Mutant. Devil Brigand attacks 1 hit, 67 damage points for Eric. The Devil Brigand attacks 1 hit, 83 damage points for Sarah. Eric performs Smash, 1 hit, 859 damage points to the Mutant. The Mutant is defeated. The Mutant performs Poison Strike, 1 hit. Eric is poisoned. Eric loses 34 HP to poison. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 570 damage points to the Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points for the Devil Brigand, 234 damage points for the Mutant. The Mutant is defeated. Dem Forms Multi Strike 2 hits, 440 damage points to the Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies regain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,971 XP and 3,056 gold. He's like, no, I don't want my booty beat by the squad no more. He like kicked our asses a couple times, so I mean, I feel like it's only fair, you know, like. You gotta make the ass kickings equal. Sometimes. Unless you're in Dark Souls, then 1000% you're gonna be spanked like a bad little child the entire time you play the game. I feel like all RPGs should have versus Seeker. What the fuck does that mean? All RPGs should have versus Seeker. What? I literally don't understand. Toddler Gun approaches. Round 1 begins. Monsters are at normal strength. Multi-strike here. And then just attack here. And then Smash. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points to the toddler gun. Lita attacks 2 hits, 254 damage points to the toddler gun. Toddler gun is defeated. Demon multi-strike 2 hits, 412 damage points for the toddler gun. Toddler gun breathes fire. Shit. 64 damage points for Dem, 43 damage points for Sarah, 55 damage points for Lita, 75 damage points for Eric. Toddler gun attacks with 1 hit, 104 damage points for Sarah. Toddler gun attacks with 1 hit, 104 damage points for Sarah. Jesus Christ. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 859 damage points to Toddler gun. The Toddler gun is defeated. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah casts heal. Sarah gains 125 HP. Sarah recovers from all ailments. Lita attacks 2 hits, 250 and 34 damage points to Toddler gun. The Toddler gun is defeated. Dem performs multi-strike 2 hits, 412 damage points to Toddler gun. The Toddler gun is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies gain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,540 XP and 2,400 gold. Yay! You know, in Pokemon, you can just use the versus secret item and all trainers let you fight them in. What game did that item get introduced in? Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm a very old school, like, Pokemon player. I also would not play any games past, like, the 4th generation, and the 4th generation is even kind of like a maybe for me. Fire Red and Leaf Green. I have not played the remakes of the originals. As far as, like, Pokemon games that, like, I have played, it's been Red and Blue. I still have to get through Silver because, so it's got the whole battery issue with Silver, where I just got it replaced, so I just kept replaying Bellsprout Tower all the fucking time on Silver for, like, a really long time, and I was happy, but I was also sad. Let's see, what else have I played? So, I've done, like, Pokemon Coliseum. Pokemon Coliseum's a fucking great game. And Pokemon... What's the... I'm trying to remember. It's been a really long time since I played this. Like, I am... Coliseum... And then, like, Pokemon, like, DX, was it? Because Coliseum is not the one where the Pokemon, like, turn into, like, Shadow... They get, like, possessed or fucking whatever. Yeah, that's DX, okay. So, that is what I've played for Pokemon games. I have not played many. Oh, and then Pokemon, was it Pokemon TV? Where you got to, like, babysit Pokemon, and it was, like, the fucking cutest goddamn thing in the goddamn universe. Coliseum and DX have the Shadow Pokemon. Okay. I really like both those games. Those, I treasure them a lot. Okay. By the way, the accent time thing is over. Yeah, why no Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald? Because I don't own them. That's simply why. I don't own any of them. And I only own Blue and Red and Silver because do you have a P.O. box? I don't have a P.O. box. I've been thinking about getting one, but the issue is that it costs money to open a P.O. box. And I just do not have the money to open, like, a P.O. box. Like, I just... It would not be sustainable for me. Just, like, financially. Just from my own money. And then, like... I don't make enough through stream for that to be like funded through that. But I have definitely thought about it, and it's something that I might want to do in the future. But like I said, it would have to be something that can be financially sustained either through my own personal like gains or through like the Twitch gains. Basically what I am saying is if you want a P.O. box funded, you gotta fund it yourselves, because I can't. But it's something that I'm open to. I would also have to figure out the logistics of it too. Yeah, that's the other thing I would have to do, is it would have to also be, once it's like, this is possible financially, then it's like, okay, logistically, is this possible? You know? Mutant approaches! Round 1 begins, monsters are at normal strength. Multi-strike here, attack here. Normal attack, smash. Sarah attacks 3 hits up 528 damage points for the mutant. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Devil performs multi-strike 2 hits, 412 damage points to the mutant. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 859 damage points for the mutant. The mutant is defeated. The mutant performs poison strike 1 hit, Dem is poison. The mutant performs poison strike 1 hit, Eric is poison. Both Dem and Eric lose 34 HP to poison. Sarah attacks 3 hits of 528 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies regain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,584 XP and 2,448 gold. Devil Brigand approaches, mutant approaches. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points to the mutant. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points to the Devil Brigand. 234 damage points to the mutant. Devil performs multi-strike 2 hits, 404 damage points to the Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. The Devil Brigand steals MP. Lita loses MP. Devil Brigand attacks 1 hit, 74 damage points for Dem. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 859 damage points for the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 370 damage points to the Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points to the Devil Brigand. Dem performs multi-strike 2 hits, 404 damage points to the Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies regain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,966 XP and 3,054 gold. Mutant approaches. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points to the mutant. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points for the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Dem performs multi-strike 2 hits, 412 damage points for the mutant. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 859 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. The mutant performs poison strike 1 hit. Eric is poisoned. The mutant attacks 1 hit, 108 damage points for Sarah. The mutant attacks 1 hit, 99 damage points for Dem. Eric loses 34 damage points to poison. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Then performs multi-strike 2 hits, 412 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies regain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,980 XP and 3,060 gold. Can we level up? I don't remember who all needs to level up. I think everybody. Yeah, because we started here with nobody leveling up. So, Everybody needs to level up. Mutant approaches. Sarah attacks 3 hits. 528 damage points for the mutant. Lead attacks 2 hits. 234 damage points for the mutant. The mutant is defeated. 2. Yep, we already read that. Thank you for the stretch. Demform's multi-strike 2 hits. 412 damage points for the mutant. Eric performs smash 1 hit. 859 damage points for the mutant. The mutant is defeated. The mutant performs poison strike 1 hit. Eric is poisoned. The mutant attacks 1 hit. 92 damage points for Eric. Eric loses 34 HP to poison. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits of 528 damage points for the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Lead attacks 2 hits, 34 damage points for the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies regain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,584 XP and 2,448 gold. Mutant approaches. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points for the mutant. Lead attacks 2 hits, 334 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Dem forms multi-strike 2 hits, 412 damage points to the mutant. Eric forms smash 1 hit, 859 damage points for the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Mutant forms poison strike 1 hit. Lita is poisoned. The mutant attacks 1 hit, 106 damage points for Lita. Mutant attacks 1 hit, 106 damage points for Lita. Lita loses 34 HP to poison. Lita collapses. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah casts heal. Lita regains 125 HP. Lita recovers from all ailments. Dem forms multi-strike 2 hits, 412 damage points for the mutant. Eric attacks 1 hit, 259 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Mutant attacks 1 hit, 104 damage points for Eric. The mutant attacks 1 hit, 104 damage points for Eric. Round 3 begins. Monsters are at 120 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies regain full HP and 4 MP. You gain 1,080 XP and 3,060 gold. Level up! Eric is now level 28. Max HP goes up by 14 and max MP goes up by 3. Choose your level up bonus. Okay. So in reality, you should do this one because that one's really powerful later on. I know it doesn't help us. Victory! Hello, Nusin! What is up with you, dude? The magic would be really good, but this is gonna help us out so much more, and just not with the boss, but like in general. Devil Regain approaches and Mutant approaches. Round 1 begins. Monsters are at normal strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points for the mutant. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points to Devil Brigand, 234 damage points to the mutant. Dumforms multi-strike 2 hits, 412 damage points to the mutant. Devil Brigand attacks 1 hit, 83 damage points for Sarah. Devil Brigand steals MP. Sarah loses MP. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 889 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. The mutant attacks 1 hit, 108 damage points for Sarah. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah casts heal. Sarah gains 125 HP. Sarah recovers from all ailments. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points to Devil Brigand, and 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Dumforms Spotlight Strike 2 hits, 440 damage points to Devil Brigand. The Devil Brigand is defeated. Devil Brigand steals MP. Lita loses MP. Eric attacks 2 hits, 566 damage points to the double brigand. The double brigand is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All others gain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,971 XP and 3,056 gold. As you're watching your sister's dog, he looks like a great shape. Oh, that's so cute! Is he like a mutt, or is he like a specific like breed? Or like, does he like lean one side? Is he like a 50-50 mix? Because like 50-50 mixes can be like really specific. You know what I mean? I've noticed that in the US, and Newton, tell me if this is true for your country too. Spanish water dog, we'll throw it in the water. It needs to be in the water. Goddamn. That was awful. And I loved every second of it. But like in the US, a lot of our mutts either tend to be like on the... I've noticed that a lot of them are on like either the pit bull side or they're kind of on like the lab mutt side. Right? Like we have a lot of like pit bull mixes that like it's kind of a breed, and I understand that this is maybe skewed. Because a lot of the dogs that I've seen are like shelter dogs, but it seems like a lot of shelter dogs are like pit mixes. And we're like, yep, that looks sort of like a pit. He loves the water. We'll throw him in there. He'll be happy. It's really funny, Newton, because you may or may not be aware that, like, water dogs, that people also call seals water dogs, too. Which is incredibly scientifically accurate, by the way. I mean, Newton, given, like, where you're from, you probably live close-ish to the ocean, right? You definitely live closer to the ocean than I do. Pits are cute. I've just noticed that they're like kind of everywhere. It's mostly the pug variety. Really? That's interesting. I like pugs too. When I used to like bike to school, sometimes there was these people that had like the and I know some people don't like this, but like this wasn't my dog. Don't shoot me. That would have like the electric fence perimeter, right? And so there was no actual fence for like this pug dog. And so I would stop my bike, put my hands inside like the electric fence perimeter, and I would just pet the dog. I would like sit on the sidewalk for like 20 minutes and be like, doggy. 300 miles from the North Sea. Or 300 meters. Because 300 meters is like really close, I'm pretty sure. And 300 miles is a fucking long ways away. I'm going to assume you meant meters. We need more people like Adana? Why? I don't think that we do. I think that that would be meters. Ah, you're real close. Throw that dog in there! Do it! I love it! There won't be any consequences! There might be consequences. There won't be any consequences! Donna. I accept hugs. Listen. You wouldn't expect a wild... I am comparing myself to a wild animal creature. You wouldn't expect a wild animal creature to be like, yeah, no. I trust this random thing. 1000%. And not bite you. You have your own pond? Nice, nice. Do you get any, like, wildlife in there? Toddler gun approaches. Round 1 begins. Monsters are at normal strength. Stare attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points for the toddler gun. Leader attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to toddler gun. The toddler gun is defeated. Done for spell, they strike 2 hits, 412 damage points to toddler gun. The toddler gun attacks for 1 hit, 104 damage points for Sarah. The toddler gun attacks for 1 hit, 95 damage points for them. Toddler gun breathes up fire, 64 damage points for Sarah, 43 damage points for Sarah. 55 damage points for Lita, 75 damage points for Eric. The toddler gun attacks for 1 hit, 95 damage points for them. Eric forms smash, one hit, 889 damage points for Taldragon. Taldragon is defeated. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Honestly. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points to Taldragon. The Taldragon is defeated. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to Taldragon. The Taldragon is defeated. Dem attacks 2 hits, 248 damage points to Taldragon. The Taldragon is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies gain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,925 XP and 3,000 gold. Yay! Dragonflies, only destroy some toads. I love toads! Toads are so great. Boogs. Boogs. I'm very particular about the boogs that I like. I don't think I like many of them. But what salamanders do you have? Because, like, we don't have very many salamanders in Minnesota. We got, like, 3 or 5. No, we have 3 lizard species, and, like, 5 salamanders, if I'm remembering right. We don't have many. And we have, like, 2 species of toads, I think, and a lot of the rest of them are, like, frogs and snakes. Snakes. I love snakes. When I see a doggo on the street, I will pet it. That's not always a great idea. Sometimes you get bit. It's really funny, because, so, like, I have pulled what was definitely stray dogs off of, like, just running around off the streets. And every single time that I've done this, granted, because, like, when I hold them, I try to hold them by the collar and the scruff at the same time. They all have turned around and have all, at least attempted, to put part of my arm in their mouth. None of them have bitten down yet, but, like, I had one of them put their teeth on my arm, and then they, like, stopped, and they looked at me and they stopped. I was fully prepared to get bit. And then the other one, she just kind of, like, opened her mouth and sniffed me at the same time. So whenever I grab a dog like that, I'm like, I'm ready to get bit. I'm ready. I'm prepared. You know, it's super rare. If I could get them on camera, I would get support from the government to make more ponds. You know, Minnesota's supposed to be a wetland state, but a lot of our wetlands got fucking destroyed. And it's kind of a shame. So when I was in high school and I was taking, like, AP biology, by the way, like, AP courses are courses that, like, if you pass a test, count for college credit. And the last day, because, like, it was mostly seniors in that class, so it was just me and this other girl, because we were the only juniors in the class. And our teacher put just on, like, a random, like, educational video. And it was just, like, a random wildlife wetland one. It was kind of an old one because it was a VHS. And we watched it and we were like, oh my god, what the fuck? And it was, like, documenting, like, the destruction of, like, wetlands and stuff. And there was just, like, they didn't even try to relocate the animals. There was, like, in the wetland, there was, like, a duck nest. And there were, like, baby ducks that was just screaming as the fire was approaching. And I was like, what the fuck? So that was horrifying. And like, that's in my brain for the rest of my fucking life. Have you remembered your tetanus shot? Because your dog petting seems high risk. So, like, what's really funny is that I got a tetanus shot because I don't remember what I was getting, but I was already getting something. And I was like, you know what? If I'm here for this, because, like, I will avoid my shots if I can. I will. I will take the ones that are, like, that stay with you for life, though, because I'm just like, hell yeah. Just one time? Hell yeah, but the ones that are on repeat, I'm just like, what if I don't? Like, I don't get my influenza shot because I'm a pussy. And it's funny because, like, I stopped getting my COVID shots, not because I'm pussy, but because, I had so the second time, so, like, when the shot was first coming out, it was, like, a two-parter. First time, it was fine. The second part, I had to go to the emergency room, so I no longer get that. You know? So, yeah. So, I have renewed my tetanus shot within a year or two. And the reason why we did that is because, so we were giving our cat Stella IV fluids as part of the treatment for her kidney disease that she has. Well, it's not disease anymore. It's kidney dysfunction. It's been, like, put down from kidney disease to kidney function because she got a CAT scan. Or was it an MRI? She got something where they basically took photos of, like, her, they took photos of her organs, and they saw that one of her kidneys was really small. It was smaller than it's supposed to be. So, instead of, like, it being labeled as a disease, it's labeled as dysfunction now, because one of her kidneys is smaller. Sounds like an MRI. Could be a CT with contrast. Yeah, because they, like, held her. Like, all they had to do was hold her. They didn't have to give her a medication or anything to put her to sleep. They just held her while they, like, put things, like, on her tummy. And apparently she was pretty good about it, you know, especially for a cat. So yeah. So that got downgraded, but the treatment is pretty much the same, regardless of if it was disease or dysfunction. But yeah, so when we were first giving her the medication, she no longer lets us do this anymore. But we were giving her IV bags, which, you know, you gotta stab the cat with it. So there was a couple times where we stabbed ourselves because she was getting difficult. Like, she wouldn't sit still for the IV bag anymore. And so we got stabbed a couple times. And so then that is when we both updated our tetanus shot. Was just because of that. But now it's kind of like she's so difficult to like have her sit still for the bags that it's like she could hurt herself with this needle inside of her body. So we don't do that anymore, and we're trying a prescription electrolyte that goes in her food. So she's still getting what she needs, just in a different way. Yay! She's such a bitch. Multi-strike here. Attack here. Regular attack. And smash. Sarah attacks at 3 hits, 528 damage points to the mutant. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points to the double brigand, 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Dumb Forms multi-strike 2 hits, 440 damage points to double brigand. The double brigand is defeated. The double brigand still steals MP. Sarah loses MP. Double brigand attacks 1 hit, 704 damage points for Dem. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 889 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 570 damage points to Double Brigand. The Double Brigand is defeated. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points to Double Brigand. Dem attacks 2 hits, 276 damage points to Double Brigand. The Double Brigand is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies gain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,966 XP and 3,054 gold. Sounds easier. Cats don't like being forced to do something. You have to make a convincing argument why, even if it was the cat that asked to be let out in the first place. Yeah, cats are just, like... Cats don't cooperate unless they want to. And sometimes they will tolerate a thing. But their tolerance runs out rather quickly. I only have one cat where she doesn't fight back, but it's kind of in her genetics. She's part ragdoll. So she just, like, doesn't really fight back. Like, she'll wiggle, but that's about the most she'll do. She'll just wiggle. The only thing that I've seen that she really fights on, and, like, this is, like, that's the amount of fighting she does, is, like, when we try to clip her nails, she'll be like, that's about the amount of fighting she does. She's such a good cat. But, like, it's funny, though, because, like, she'll put up a fight with the other cats, like, what was it, 2 mornings ago? I think she got her tail stepped on, and she hissed. She very mad. And, like, she hissed at one of the other cats because I think that one of the other cats, like, stepped on her tail because we had a little bit of a chilly spell where, like, it was like a high of like 40 degrees. And it was like I had just turned off the heat and I wasn't gonna turn it back on, and it wasn't like freezing. So it was like, we'll just take the portable heater around everywhere. So the cats were really trying to get on top of each other. And that's when that happened. So I think that, yeah, she just had a bad morning. Oh, Tal'Darion approaches. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points for Tal'Darion. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to Tal'Darion. The Tal'Darion is defeated. Down performance spell, they strike 2 hits, 412 damage points for Tal'Darion. The Tal'Darion attacks 1 hit, 120 damage points for Lita. Tal'Darion attacks 1 hit, 87 damage points for Eric. Tal'Darion breathes fire, 64 damage points for Dem, 43 damage points for Sarah, 55 damage points for Lita, 75 damage points for Eric. Eric performs a smashed 1 hit, 889 damage points to the Tal'Darion. The Tal'Darion is defeated. Round 2 against monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points to Tal'Darion. The Tal'Darion is defeated. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to Tal'Darion. The Tal'Darion is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies gain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,560 XP and 2,400 gold. My cat hasn't been home for days. He's probably not big on the dog scene here. Knudsen is... I'm guessing your cat is, like, indoor-outdoor type deal. And, like, you live not in the city, right? Like, you live in the middle of goddamn nowhere, right? Like, I think you've mentioned that your neighbor is, like... Or you've either mentioned or I've gotten the idea that, like, your nearest neighbor is, like... away. They're, like, not near you at all. You are back with the popcorn? Dude, I love popcorn. I will eat the fuck out of popcorn. Oh my god. Like, whenever we go to the theater, we always get popcorn, and I know that some people are like, popcorn at the theater is a scam. Shut up. It is delicious. And we get, like, the large bucket, and I eat most of it. I just sit there and I'm like, oh, nom, nom, nom. Yes, Summer Hermit got the cat to get rid of the rats that came with the chickens. That's fair. Kitty cat! I'm assuming that you leave food out for him so that he has something to eat. So that he's not just like, wow, I'm hungry, meow. Tal'Darion approaches. Round 1 begins. Monsters are at normal strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits of 528 damage points to Tal'Darion. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to Tal'Darion. The Tal'Darion is defeated. Down performance multi strike, 2 hits, 412 damage points to Tal'Darion. The Tal'Darion attacks 1 hit, 87 damage points for Eric. The Tal'Darion breathes fire, 64 damage points for Dem, 43 damage points to Sarah, 55 damage points for Lita, and 75 damage points to Eric. Tal'Darion attacks 1 hit, 112 damage points for Lita. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 889 damage points to Tal'Darion. The Tal'Darion is defeated. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 528 damage points to Tal'Darion. The Tal'Darion is defeated. Lita casts Drain Life 1 hit, 49 damage points for the toddler ground. The leader regains HP. Down forms, Redemption attacks 2 hits at 248 damage points to the toddler ground. The toddler ground is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies gain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,540 XP and 2,004 XP. Yeah, it comes in most days and sleeps on top of me. He will flick the door handle if he wants in. That's cute. That's really adorable. Kitty cats! I'm going to take a small pee break because I've been drinking coffee, so I will be back in a little bit, and you guys are gonna stare at the fucking loading screen. Because this game doesn't play nice with... Yeah, the game doesn't play nice with like, doing ads and shit, so I'll be back in a second. For me as well. I wish I could have somebody else pee for me. That would be great. And I am back. You guys been talking shit? Fuck, I don't have the loading screen off. There we go. Goddamn. There we go. Mutant approaches. Sarah attacks at 3 hits, 528 damage points to the mutant. Lead attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Dumb forms while they strike 2 hits, 412 damage points to the mutant. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 889 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. The mutant performs poison strike, 1 hit. Eric is poisoned. The mutant performs poison strike, 1 hit. Eric is poisoned. The mutant attacks 1 hit, 91 damage points for Eric. Eric loses 34 HP to poison. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Oh, wait. Wait, no. Yes. Sarah attacks at 3 hits, 528 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Lead attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Dem attacks 2 hits, 248 damage points to the mutant. Eric attacks 2 hits of 538 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies gain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,980 XP and 3,060 gold. Level up. Dem is now level 29. Max HP goes up by 10. Max HP goes up by 10. Max MP goes up by 5. Choose your level up bonus. Target to all allies. I like this one more. Sarah is now level 29. Max HP goes up by 8. Max MP goes up by 8. Choose your level up bonus. I'm gonna do that one. Okay. So now we just need to have Lita level up. Double Regan approaches, mutant approaches. Round 1 begins, monsters are at normal strength. What did I have yours be? Yours was just an attack thing. So... Sarah attacks 3 hits of 570 damage points for the mutant. Lita attacks 2 hits, 262 damage points for the Double Brienne, 234 damage points for the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Double Forms while they strike 2 hits, 456 damage points to Double Brienne. The Double Brienne is defeated. Double Brienne attacks 1 hit, 81 damage points for Lita. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 889 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah attacks at 3 hits, 612 damage points to Double Brienne. The Double Brienne is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All allies gain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,575 XP and 2,444 gold. Dollar Tree is good popcorn. Not fantastic, but good. What? Like, is that like Dollar Tree branded popcorn? Or is it just like a small bag of like regular branded popcorn? Mutant approaches. Sarah attacks at 3 hits, 570 damage points to the mutant. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Dumb performs while they strike 2 hits, 428 damage points for the mutant. Eric performs smash 1 hit, 889 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. The mutant forms Poison Strike, 1 hit, Dem is poisoned. The mutant forms Poison Strike, 1 hit, Sarah is poisoned. The mutant attacks 1 hit, 106 damage points for Lita. Dem loses. Dem and Sarah both lose 34 HP to poison. Round 2 begins. Monsters are 110 strength. Sarah attacks 3 hits, 570 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Lita attacks 2 hits, 234 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Dem attacks 2 hits, 258 damage points to the mutant. Eric attacks 2 hits, 538 damage points to the mutant. The mutant is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All others gain full HP and 5 MP. You gain 1,980 XP and 3,060 gold. In Hangout channel? Okay, nice. I think... Hello, Apo. What is up with Apo? So, I think that my favorite popcorn brand is this stuff from Wisconsin. Wisconsin, as I like to call it. And you can get it at, like, Quick Trip. It's very tasty. They have just, like, regular, like, tender white is what it's normally called, like, flavor. And they use coconut oil, right? So it has like a different flavor than a lot of the other popcorns. Chocolate covered popcorn. You know, I do not like my popcorn sweet. I don't like sweet popcorn. It's just not a thing. I want salty popcorn. And then their movie theater popcorn is really good. I like both of them, I think, equally. It just kind of depends what I'm looking at for out of a popcorn. If I want more kind of that buttery popcorn, then I'll get like the movie theater one. If I'm just like popcorn, I just want something salty, I just want something that, you know, is a little bit like oily and salty, then I'll go for like just the tender white. I also don't mind cheese popcorn, but I would rather it be like a buttery popcorn. So like the way that I would do it is I would eat like a buttered popcorn or a plain popcorn, like a buttered or a plain, before, like plain, not like kettle plain. Like there needs to be some oil saltiness here. Like I do not like kettle popcorn. Ew. And then I'll do like cheese popcorn, and then like I will not eat like caramel, chocolate, regular like kettle. No, I don't like it. The state of cheese. Yeah, that's Wisconsin. But yeah, that's how I feel about popcorn, kind of in like a variety of ways. God, I fucking love popcorn. Ooze Dragon! I've been waiting for you! Get your ass destroyed! Round 1 begins. Monsters are at normal strength. Get fucking holy blasted, bitch. Sarah casts Holy Blast 1 hit, 986 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. Lita casts Zap 1 hit, 486 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. Dumb forms Volley Strike 2 hits, 402 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. Eric forms Smash 1 hit, 876 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. Ooze Dragon attacks 1 hit, 157 damage points for Dem. Round 2 begins. Monsters are at 110 strength. Sarah casts Holy Blast 1 hit, 986 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. Lita casts Zap 1 hit, 486 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. Dem forms Both Strike 2 hits, 402 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. Eric forms Smash 1 hit, 876 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. The Ooze Dragon breathes out ooze. Ooh. 109 damage points for Dem, 86 damage points for Sarah, 100 damage points for Lita, and 120 damage points for Eric. Round 3 begins. Monsters are at 120 strength. Sarah casts heal. Dem regains 130 HP. Dem recovers from all ailments. Lita casts zap, 1 hit. 800 or 486 damage points for the Ooze Dragon. Dem performs multi-strike, 2 hits. 402 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. Eric performs smash, 1 hit. 876 damage points to the Ooze Dragon. The Ooze Dragon is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All others gain full HP and 4 MP. You gain 4,290 XP and 6,000 gold. Level up Lita is now level 29. Max HP goes up by 6. Max MP goes up by 6. Choose your level up bonus. Drain life. Recovers HP for all. You know what? I'll take it, even though that costs more MP. I'll do it. That sounds good. That sounds like a winning combo. Okay. I'm gonna save again, because I'm fucking crazy. Okay. And now to try to fight the boss. I'd mostly do plain salt microwave popcorn, but I've come to the knowledge that the Teflon lining is a major source of various forever chemicals. Nitsin, couldn't you just buy, like, the whole kernels? And do it on the stove? Do you have a fire stove? Because honestly, it's best on a fire stove. Or you know what? You live out in the middle of goddamn fucking nowhere. Build a fire, dude. Yes. So, like, I'm hearing that, like, you could do all these things. You could buy the kernels. You have the fire source of some kind. Like, you have, like, a gas stove or, like, a wood fire stove or something. You just take the kernels. You put them in a big pot. You want to make sure this is a pretty big voluminous pot. Cover the bottom with oil. You heat the oil so that it's hot. Like, it's hot, hot. And then what you do is you pour in the kernels. You let them get hot and you listen. You listen with, like, the lid on. And once you start hearing it pop, you take it above the fire, right? So you're not taking it off the fire. You put it above the fire and you're, like, swirling it and shaking it. And then you just keep going until you don't hear any pops. But for some reason, they usually don't have the kernels in stock in Norway. You don't know why? Wow. Wow. If you wanted to, there's this delivery service called Amazon, and I get Amazon is evil, right? But if you wanted this thing, like, we live in a world where we have to kind of compromise for the things that we want. So it's like, how badly do you want popcorn, right? I also don't know how Amazon works in Norway. Assuming it works the same in the US, and I'm going to also assume that it doesn't at the same time. But you could have it gotten to you that way. You know what's wild, Newts, and this is probably gonna be super wild for you, but like, so at like my one of like my local like greenhouseries, I can buy like popcorn corn, and I could grow it in my yard. And I could like have like truly homegrown popcorn if I wanted to. I would have to think about like how to do that, but I could do that. I would have to learn how to dry it and everything, because I'm pretty sure you have to like dry it to get like the actual like popcorn kernels. And that would be a process, and I don't know if it would be any tastier than just buying the kernels. I tried growing maize, grew 5 stalks as a test. Got 1 singular baby cob. I know that there's like methods to do that in like certain ways. You might have just like had like bad soil conditions, not the right weather conditions. I would definitely recommend reading up on it. Like, it's great that you had tried it like the one time, and like, so you know that there's some variable in the soil, the air, the weather. That's just, the corn is just not fucking having. And it might be the way that you grew it too. Like, it might be your methodology of growing it. Because like, I had the same thing happen with like a cherry tomato plant, where like I think I got like 5 tomatoes off of 2 plants. But I think that's also because I tried to grow 2 tomato plants together in like, it was a pretty like big box. I think like I could fit like 2 loafing cats in this like garden box that I got because I lived in an apartment at the time. But yeah, I didn't have, I only grow potato. Yay, potatoes! I love potatoes. Potatoes are fucking great. Have you thought about growing ube, which is purple potatoes? Purple potatoes are also good, and you can use them like a regular potato, and I really like that. I didn't want to save. Go away. You have not. I was actually introduced to ube like way beforehand because I had like some friends who like their parents had a whole like garden. But I've yet to grow tired of Karis Pink. It's got a different flavor. It's got a more earthy flavor. But you can do the same thing with it as you do with any potato. Like I made purple mashed potatoes. They were very tasty. They had just kind of that more like earthy taste, and I like the earthy taste. Some people don't. I do. So like taro, I also love taro. My favorite thing, this might sound really weird, but one of my favorite flavor combos is I like having mint ice cream and taro ice cream together. It makes the mint taste more like a natural mint. And it doesn't do anything weird to the chocolate. But like, if you put those 2 flavors together, oh, they taste so good. There they are, the crystals. They are almost as beautiful as you, my dear Librarians. You have acquired the crystals. Warning, attempts to steal crystals in progress. Activate defense system. Okay, so we're gonna try it to... Teamwork. Rain of Fire. Holy blast the fuck out of that one. Call the wolves. And then we're just gonna smash. Sarah casts Holy Blast with 1 hit, 993 damage points for the turret. Lita casts Call Wolves, a pack of wolves appears. Dem casts Rain of Fire, the sky turns red. Turret attacks 1 hit, 80 damage points for Dem. The turret attacks 1 hit, 74 damage points for Eric. Eric performs Smash 1 hit, 883 damage points for the turret. Fire rains from the sky, the turret loses 132 HP. A pack of wolves attack, the turret loses 132 HP. Round 2 begins, monsters are at 110%. You know what? Do I want to do multi-strike or do I want to do blade? I'm gonna do multi-strike. Wait. Wrong turret. Wrong thing, too. Not heal. Combo break, I don't want that. And also this does like really high damage on the turrets. Sarah casts Holy Blast 1 hit, 993 damage points to the turret. Lita casts Zap 1 hit, 1,549 damage points to the turret. Number 4 is multi-strike, 2 hits, 416 damage points to the turret. Turret attacks 1 hit, 100 damage points for Sarah. Turret attacks 1 hit, 100 damage points for Lita. Eric performs Smash 1 hit, 883 damage points to the turret. Fire rains from the sky, the turret loses 134 HP. A pack of wolves attack, the turret loses 134 HP. Round 3 begins, monsters are at 120 strength. But caramel popcorn? Disaster, how far back are you? Like, did that just like, did the popcorn conversation just appear to you? It's good lord. Or you're just like very far. Okay. Okay, now you're just fucking with me. Round 3 against monsters are at 120 strength. Holy blast. Get blasted, bitches. Sarah casts Holy Blast 1 hit, 993 damage points to the turret. Lita casts Zap 1 hit, 1,549 damage points to the turret. Downward's Multi-Strike 2 hits, 416 damage points to the turret. Turret attacks 1 hit, 96 damage points for Eric. The turret attacks 1 hit, 96 damage points for Eric. Air Forms Smash 1 hit, 883 damage points to the turret. Fire Rain from the sky, the turret loses 132 HP. Pack of Wolves attack, the turret loses 132 HP. Round 4 begins, monsters are at 130 strength. Sarah casts a Holy Blast 1 hit, 993 damage points to the turret. Lita casts Zap 1 hit, 1,549 damage points to the turret. Downforms Multi-Strike 2 hits, 416 damage points to the turret. Turret attacks 1 hit, 121 damage points for Sarah. Turret attacks 1 hit, 112 damage points for Dem. Eric forms a Smash 1 hit, 883 damage points to the turret. Fire Range from the sky, the turret loses 132 HP. A Pack of Wolves attack, the turret loses 132 HP. Round 5 against monsters are at 140 strength. Heal self. Sarah casts Heal. Sarah gains 130 HP. Sarah recovers from all ailments. Lita casts Zap 1 hit, 1,549 damage points for the turret. Downforce Multi-Strike 2 hits, 416 damage points to the turret. Turret attacks 1 hit, 132 damage points for Sarah. The turret attacks 1 hit, 123 damage points for Dem. Eric performs Smash 1 hit, 883 damage points to the turret. The turret is defeated. Fire Range from the sky, the turret loses 132 HP. Pack of Wolves attack, the turret loses 132 HP. Round 6 begins, monsters are at 150 strength. Oh yeah, this thing is gonna be dead. Sarah casts Heal. Sarah gains 130 HP. Sarah recovers from all ailments. Lita casts Zap 1 hit, 1,549 damage points to the turret. The turret is defeated. Victory! All enemies have been defeated. All others are in full HP and 1 MP. You gain 30,800 XP and 30,000 gold. Level up. Dem is now level 30. Max HP goes up by 10. Max MP goes up by 5. Choose your level up bonus. Holy strike. Holy blast. Sure. Sarah's now level 30. Max HP goes up by 8. Max MP goes up by 8. Choose your level up bonus. 1 hit to attack. Hell yeah. Eric is now level 29. And max HP goes up by 14. Max MP goes up by 3. Choose your level up bonus. I'm gonna do that instead of this. So we did a lot of max MP. I'm gonna do that. Phew, we made it. So what now? Yeah, what next, narrator? You need to take the crystals to a secret lab in the desert wasteland west of Motherbound. There, all will be revealed. Thanks for the tip. I suppose we're going to have to backtrack our way back to Motherbound. What a cheap way to pad things out. Crystals begin to glow. They teleport you back to Motherbound. Well, isn't that lovely? You, sir, we need rest. Innkeeper, welcome. Finest beds in town. No need for payment for great heroes like yourself. I think that is all that I'm going to do because I do have a time restriction today, and I like this is like well safe within my time restriction, but I don't want to start something new. And it's like, well, fuck a duck, you know? So I think this is a really good place to save. We're gonna do it's so good, we're gonna do it again. Into fine, go find duck. What? Don't fuck ducks. Don't do that. That's bad. Don't do that. Okay, so we've got Hyper Light Drifter. We've got the first Berserker Kazan. We've got Risk of Rain 2. And that's it. So what do you guys want to see? Listen. The whole thing is much worse. I learned that that's a small part of an entire bigger thing. And if you want to learn about it, go talk to Wada. Don't talk to me. Talk to Wada, because I ain't repeating that. I'm just not judgmental. Listen. Being judgmental gets you out of a lot of situations. Be free to judge. Be judgmental. So what do you guys want to see? A penis of a duck is corkscrewed. It fucking is. And then duck vaginas are corkscrewed in the opposite direction. It's good times. They don't have good times. You weren't paying attention, oh, god damn it, Newton. Hyper Light Drifter, the first Berserker Kazan, or Risk of Rain 2. Those are the choices. They don't. They really don't. But the baby ducks are really cute! Just think about the baby ducks and nothing else. Just think about the baby ducks. That reminds me, when I was walking back home from work one time, there was this, like, pair, so this male and female had paired off, and the male got really upset with me that I was just walking. He got so mad that I was just walking, like, close to him, and I was like, dude, you need to chill out. But yes, baby ducks are very adorable. They are. I love them so much. Ah! Okay, so you don't have any preferences. So I've seen, you know what? I've never seen Hyper Light Drifter. I'm gonna see what that's about, because that looks like a cool game. That also looks like a fucking awful game at the same time. There is our raid message. But thank you guys so much for coming to stream, and I will see you all next time. Bye!
God damn it, I hate this so much. Oh, Donavante, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Hi.